Hello guys, today I would like to show you how to recreate this part from the Thomas video using realthunder fork of FreeCAD. So it would be a bit different from the standard FreeCAD. I think it would be easier because realthunder fork of FreeCAD is quite rich of new features that will speed up the design process. Yeah, so let's start. Let's create a new document, switch to part design, workbench, create a body and create a sketch. We'll do the same process of creating a profile and doing the revolution of this profile. So select XZ plane and do the same rough sketching of the profile for the revolution. I will not constrain it because again I don't have the specific dimensions, but in the real life it's better to always constrain the sketch. And again, please make sure that you have this checked auto remove redundance, because in the Thomas video he struggled a bit because his sketch at the start of his sketching it was over constrained and it was a bit frustrating for him. And do the revolution, and you see it is a bit different user interface from the standard FreeCAD. And we leave here everything as is. Okay, and now we will do the thickness, and we'll do intersection and make thickness inwards, and 1 millimeter thickness is enough. Okay, and so far everything was pretty the same as with the standard FreeCAD, and now we need to cut it in half, and we'll do it easier than in the standard FreeCAD. So we'll do it by just selecting a plane with what we want to cut it and do split operation, and that's it. It's very easy. And I think we can actually select which split we need. Yeah. So let's stick with the default one. Okay, now we will do the supporting material for our mating profile. So I will create a sketch XZ, and I will reference some edges, and with multi-line. Yeah, for some reason keyboard shortcuts sometimes differ from the standard FreeCAD. I don't know why, but that's how it is. And we will constrain it. It's parallel. It's already parallel. Define the width. It would be 3 millimeters, and give it a name width, and we can reuse this width here. Yeah, I like how it completes with a tab key, because I'm actually missing it in the standard FreeCAD. Yeah, it's easier. Okay, we are missing some. Yeah, we need this to be horizontal. Okay, so our sketch is constrained, and we can do the pad. It is going in the right direction, and let's make it big enough. Yes, and you see what is the difference from the previous video, that everything is doing in the part design workbench, so we don't have to switch between part and part design workbench. And we'll do the mirror. Yeah, it's looking correct. Yes. And now the interesting part. So we can cut this supporting material with our original. Oh, I think I did. Yes, I did some mistake here. So here where I created this pad, I had to use some new feature to create a new shape. Yes. So it is a new shape, like a new body within a body. So we can do some operations on those bodies. So I select, so I want to cut this part with this part. So I select first our supporting material and then our half revolution, and I will do split operation. And now we have a number of splits. So this one we don't need. This one, it's in the middle, we also don't need. But this one we need. So we can fuse it with our original, where it is. Yeah, here it is. So we select this one, and we will fuse them. Fuse, yes. And we can refine it here, and it looks like what we need. So next we'll create a protruding part on one side and the slot on the other side. And the workflow is pretty much the same. So we just create a sketch for just a simple, yeah, switch to the other side for some reason. Okay, doesn't matter. So I create a simple rectangle. It would be 1.5 millimeters. 1.5, and here it 1.5 divided by 2. Okay, so we have profile for, let's call it male, and we can create the female part right away. The same plane. And we can actually reference this with carbon copy. We can reference the previous sketch and modify it a bit. We need to move it to the other side just by placing a minus in front, just like in the previous video. And we need to give it a bit of clearance, so we can increase it, this one, minus 0.1, and make it taller, plus 1.21, 2, okay, because 1.1 on each side, and bring it down a bit. Okay, it looks correct. And again, we don't have the necessary edges to use them for as a path for our additive pipe. So we will have to, let's call it female, and we need create a sketch for the path. So we create a sketch, select the right plane, and we need some external geometry, and we'll go with multi-line. And we'll do the symmetry we can reference external geometry from the other side as well, but it actually doesn't matter. Here we have our sketch for the path, fully constrained, and we can create a protruding part from one side and the slot on the other side. So we select the profile and select the edges. To select the right edges, we can temporarily hide the body. Select the male profile and the path edges, and we use additive pipe. So here is our protruding part. It looks correct, and do the same. Again, we hide, but we need our path. Select the female file and select the edges for the path, and use subtractive pipe, so it looks correct. And again, we need to clean up it a bit, because we don't need this extra part, and we can do it the same as in the standard version of FreeCAD, just by pocketing it out. And we can use refine here to remove this extra edge. So it's mostly done. We just need to add a hole at the bottom. Just create a sketch, XY plane, go circle, diameter 10 and pocket it out reverse direction through all. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay, so we can create a clone of our body and rotate it to see how it fits. Yeah, it looks correct. Okay, and now we will do the same as in the previous video and as in the Thomas's video. So he decided to add some retention knob here and try to add it to the original shape. So we will do the same. So hide this one. We will find our original not this one, not this one, this one. So the original revolution, and we will add a ball, a sphere to it. Okay, so I will try to do it the same way as I did it in the previous video. So I set the body tip to this feature and I will try to add a feature to it. So I add a sphere and for some reason it's showing me the last feature. So I don't know why it is so, but let's proceed. So I will move it to the other side. It's easier to see it from this side and up. And inside a bit. Yeah, okay, let's let it be this way. Okay, so we have, can we hide this one? Yeah, it's not what I expected. So the sphere appeared as the last feature, but we have here a cool feature to move this feature along the history. Move object after another object. So let's try to do it. So we want this sphere after our revolution. And we'll select revolution and see what will happen. So something happened. So yeah, it is as expected, but the thickness feature is broken. So try to fix it. Okay, so it looks like it is fixed, yeah. So we have our retention knob and the thickness applied. We'll see this one is our supporting material, so it should be fine. And what we have here, yeah, so it seems like everything is fine. So our retention knob is added and everything except the thickness, everything is okay. So the topological naming fix works because we didn't break any features along the history. So it's really cool. And here is our part with the retention knobs. So yeah, I agree that it's much easier in realthunder fork of FreeCAD. So he did a really amazing job as a single person developer to bring so much new features and fixes in the FreeCAD. Yeah, it's amazing. So if you can, if you want, you can support him. Okay, thank you for attention and bye.